What do you think the most profitable trading strategy is in the market these days? Do you know what the most profitable trading strategy is? I will give you a strategy that you can use in the market on a daily basis, and a simple one at that. Not complicated like all the other strategies out there. You don't have to go and move this and move that and change this time and do that and tweak it a little bit here and wait for that gap and look for that gap. And no, keep it simple, guys. It can be quite easy if you do it right. The simple trading strategy that I use on a daily basis is the support and resistance price action strategy. And why do I use that strategy? Is because I can manage my risk. I also use supply and demand. Supply and demand sometimes helps, but supply and demand, you kind of got one chance at it, and that's it. You got to use it. The support and resistance, you've got much more freedom to use it when it reaches those areas. And when it reaches those areas, it tends to land on those areas a lot more often than not. Guys, trading is risky. Trading is a 50-50 game. 80% of traders lose money, 70% of traders lose money, 99% of traders lose money, depending what kind of trading you're doing and what time frame you're on. But if you don't like risk and you don't like losing money, don't trade. On that, don't forget, pop down to my secret blog, get your free trade every day. It's just a trading idea, it's not trading advice. And while you're there, pick up your free Forex book. It'll be in the index, it'll be on the side, it'll be at the bottom, it might even be in the description down here. It's a PDF, go and enjoy it. It's for you. So what price action strategy and what great strategy would you use in the stock market right now? Everyone's got their strategy. Everyone's got their edge. Don't change your edge every 5 minutes because it's going to confuse the living daylights out of you. And every time you tweak your system, it just goes around and comes back and starts losing again. And then you tweak it and you change it. And guys, just stick to one system as long as you can manage your risk. That's what it's all about. Here's my system. Check it out, see if it works for you. I'm going to show you this system. Okay, this is the France 40. Have a look at simple support and resistance on this chart, and we're also going to have a look at some supply and demand as well, and maybe some trend. Now, what you can see on the 4-hour chart here, this is on the 4-hour at the moment, you can see that this is actually traveling on an upward trajectory. The trend is to the upside, then she goes a little flat, and you might have expected it to carry on, but at the moment it's broken that trend a bit and started to come downwards, and it's gone into a bearish trend. Now, if you have a look at this, you'll see she's coming down, going up, going down, going up. So that trend has started to take shape. So if you look at the 4-hour chart, you've actually got resistance levels coming in up there, coming in up there, coming in over there. But we're not going to use that. We're going to go to the higher time frame. The higher time frame will be the day. So let's have a look at the day. Now remember, guys, this works on day trading 5-minute charts. It works on swing trading, it works for investing. It doesn't really matter what you're trading on. What matters is that you understand the edge that you're taking here, and that it's all in your head. It's all psychology. It's not about the system. The system just helps you manage your risk. So let me show you how you can manage your risk. So this is now on the day chart. Let's put it on a line chart so that instead of getting the highs and lows, we basically get the day's close, which is a much better angle to look at. Now, we've created a nice resistance level on the top here. So I would say that we can use that if we wanted to sell or buy. There's also another nice resistance support level which has developed down here. So now you've got support and resistance on the same chart. You take this back to the bars, you can see that we didn't take the tips. We look on the line chart, we took the closing prices. That's more important. It actually gives you a more accurate idea of where you're going. The thing with support and resistance is you don't want to, or price action, you don't want it to be 100% on the point. It doesn't work in a 100% accurate way. That's why you're drawing blocks in the first place. You're looking for it to arrive somewhere in this area for your trade. So now if you want to trade this, you're going to go back to your 4-hour chart. You can take your levels from here as well, but let's go back to your 4-hour chart and let's go and see what we've got here. I'm just going to make the chart more readable for us. So I'll make it big like that. You've got a nice trend going upwards. It goes into a bit of a range and then she starts breaking down into a downward trend. Clearly you can see that this area here, which we spoke about earlier, which would have been a nice resistance, is actually in the resistance zone. It's come out of that resistance zone with a big red bar. Now it's tried to recover. It's come very close to that resistance zone again, come back down, and I expect it'll come all the way down to this support level, because this support level looks very, very strong. If you were to trade this, you're in the middle at the moment. You can't trade it today. You can't trade it right now. But you can trade it if it goes up to this resistance level, and you would go short as it comes out of there with a nice red bar, hoping for a target price down here at this support level. So if it comes out of your resistance, it's going to come back down to your support level. At least that's what you're hoping for. Remember, it's 50-50. Further than that, it could come down to the support now, and then you're going to wait for a big green bar that'll take you back out to the resistance level. Now you're trading support and resistance. But now, one thing you've got to keep in mind on this particular trade is you've created another level over here. Because it's come down, it's come back to here, it's come down, it's going back up. So it's probably going to come to about here. So what you would look at with this trade is most likely it's going to come to here, to this point here, the 81.16, and then it's going to go carry on going down. So if you wanted to take a shorter term trade, you could actually, at this point here on the 4-hour chart, take that level. So what you've done with your daily levels is you've drawn in your serious resistance level, you've drawn in your serious support level. Now on the time frame that you're trading, you can actually draw in little extra levels like this, which will tell you that this is actually probably going to continue the trade because you're in the middle between those two serious levels. So you're looking for it to either get to that level or to get to that level. What's the most logical trade for you to take right now? The most logical trade for you to take right now would be this one right here. It'll come into that, give you a red bar, and it'll continue on its way down to the main support level. You know where your main support level is, so you can put this one in right here. But what if you want to trade the supply and demand levels? Now, to draw in a demand or a supply level, what you got to look for is a strong move like that, or a strong move with 3 bars. 3 bars are normally better, but if you get a strong red bar like that, or 2 strong red bars like that, that's pretty much is your supply up there, and that has confluence with your resistance level. And if you look at the bottom here, you've got nice strong, that looks like a demand there, but then you've got a break here, and there's a strong demand here. So there's a demand level in here. If you're looking at that, you might get another one up here with confluence there. There's not much here that gives you a very, very strong. There is a demand level there, but that is now broken, so that's gone. That is no more. There is one here as well. There's a big green bar going up there, so there's probably some demand in this area, which is in confluence with your actual support area that you've got at the moment. So if you were to take in these areas here, which are demand areas, you might find that they will be in confluence. That actually there as well. Look at that, in confluence with your existing support area. You don't even need to trade these areas. So that's basically how you look for your supply and demand. Basically, what you're looking for is like 3 strong green bars like that. There's a demand area there, but that's broken. It is no more. So you're looking for something below that. There's no demand here because that bar was too strong on the red. There's no demand here because it broke over in the middle there in a little red bar. If we have a look on the higher time frame, we can go up to the higher time frame, see if there's anything there. And there's one right here showing off there's a demand area. So it could come back down into that and go up on the daily chart. Now, if we look at that on the 4-hourly chart, we'll go back to the 4-hour chart here. We'll see, let me just get it so that you can read it, that it gives you an opposing view to the trade that we were going to take, which is the short trade over here. But this is going to come down into the area. If it goes back up to here, you take the short, it's going to come back down into this area. It's going to come back down into the support area most likely. So if you want to trade supply and demand, you can. I prefer the support and resistance because the support and resistance gives me a much clearer indication of where we're going. And then of course you've got your trend lines. And this is where you can see that your trend is broken. Let me go back up to the day chart, and that'll show you nicely how you can see that your trend has broken. If you take this and let's put it on a line chart just to make it a bit easier. You draw that trend up. You see there, it's broken through the trend. So this is now effectively, it's broken the bullish trend and it's gone into a bearish trend. We could also be very careful of what we say, because you could also look at this from a different perspective. There's your lowest point. There's your next point. This could also just be part of the trend. In other words, this trend will continue on down to this serious support level that we drew. You remember we drew in the support level here. Remember that? Now look at this trade because you've got confluence here. Now remember, I've always been telling you to look for confluence. Look at this trade. It's going to come down into this serious support level and the trend line and bounce out. Where is that level? 79.50. This is the France 40. Remember this. Look for 79.60, 79.50. It's probably going to be a good buy there, guys. Keep an eye out for that. Just keep an eye out for it. It's looking good. Right, so let's go back to the 4 hour and see what this looks like. Just out of interest's sake, let's see what this looks like. And yeah, there we go. 100%. You know, a good idea would be maybe to take that trade that we spoke about earlier, where you take it at this point, take it short over there. Okay, so let me just draw a little arrow in. Take it short over there, let it come down to there, and then take a long from the major support level at 79.50 and go. And then you can take a short here at 81.20. So you're going to get 120 points in there on 70. Sorry, not that much. But it's okay. It's a trade. Unless you want to wait and just wait for it to come down to the bottom here and then take it out of this serious support level. So that's given me a new trade idea just by showing you guys how to trade. I'm looking at this chart and thinking, I might want to take that trade now. It looks like a fantastic little trade. So remember that, guys. That's how you trade support and resistance. That's how you trade with trend lines. And that's how you get confluence between your trend lines and your support and resistance and your supply and demand. You put them all together and you get a kind of confluence. You can add RSIs in here. I saw somebody mention the other day that they use RSI. It's nice to tell you when it's overbought and oversold and that sort of thing. Don't trade on the RSI. Don't believe in the RSI religiously. If it's showing that it's seriously overbought, then and you're looking at a short trade, then you probably got some good confluence from it to tell you that it's a good idea to short it. And also, if it's oversold and you're looking at a long trade, then it'll tell you, it's looking like a good long trade. But if it's oversold, you're looking at a short trade, it might also tell you that you're actually on a high risk trade because it's already oversold and you're still going short. So if that system works for you, wonderful stuff. It's free from me. That's what I do. That's how I trade. And this is how I get through my days. A lot of people have turned around and said to me, prove you're a trader. Send us a statement. And how many times I got to tell you guys, I don't know. Understand this one thing in trading. What I do and how I succeed or not will not change what you do and how you succeed. This is not something that hell will freeze over before I send out stupid little fake statements like all the other guys and show my phone and all this rubbish. You need to learn for yourself. You pick out what you like from my stuff and pick out what you like from other stuff. Keep it simple and learn to trade and do it for yourself. I'm not selling you a course. I'm not selling you a product. I'm simply stating the truth about the markets. And the truth is this: markets are a 50-50 game. 50% of the time when you take a trade, you got a chance of winning. And 50% of the time when you take a trade, you got a chance of losing. And if you become a good loser and you learn to lose well, in other words, lose smaller amounts, win bigger amounts, you'll become a good trader. It's all in here, guys. It's all in the head. I hope this helps you. I hope it gets you somewhere through the week, through the year, through whatever, and I hope it improves your trading journey. Guys, thank you for watching. Till next time, cheers. Bye.